Hey everyone, this is Benny Bell with Surpass Estate Group, and this is Real Tip. Today we're going to talk about the market update for the month of June here in 2025. There's been quite a few changes. We are seeing an uptick in the real estate market in this area, and the numbers are indicative of that as well. So here in Solano County, at this current moment, we're seeing we actually just had 314 properties sold and 324 under contract. So it's quite a bit of movement. The average listed price for Solano County for homes here in Solano County are up about 4.9%. So on the other end of that, the average sales price is 608,000. So there's a disparity there because the average sales price has actually gone down 2.4% over the last month. One of the things that we look at, are these numbers when we're kind of forecasting where the market is going. And one of those numbers is the sold price versus the list price. So right now, what that shows is you have a listed price. However, it's not necessarily what the home sells for. So, and that's one of the conversations that we always have with sellers is that your property is, the value of your property is based on what a willing and able buyer is willing to pay for that home. So obviously, if you're in a neighborhood and the average sales price is $500,000, however, with all the upgrades you've done in your beautiful home, you think that home can sell for 800,000. However, none of the buyers are actually coming by to see the home. None of the buyers are putting in offers. So obviously what that shows is that buyer or those buyers aren't seeing the $800,000 value. So what we've seen over the month of June is that the sold price versus the list price is 97%. So that means that homes that were actually listed, the buyers have actually now purchased those homes at 97% of what that home was actually listed for. We're also seeing some balancing in the market. So average days on market are a little bit longer, 55 days over the month of June. That's up 52.8%. So that's a big difference in the length of time that the homes are actually listed on the market. Current active listings right now are 916. So that's up 26.9%. So buyers are having a lot more options of homes to look at. So obviously, what that says for sellers is that your home has to show very well that there is a lot more competition for homes on the market for buyers to actively look at and choose which home that they want. So we're seeing a little balancing in that market where again. The leverage is not fully in the buyer's hand and it's not fully in the seller's hand. We're kind of seeing that equaling out right now. Inventories right now is 2.9 months of inventory, so that's up 44.9%. So again, buyers are having a lot more options of homes to look at. So there's conversations to be had, and there's opportunities still in the market. One of those questions that realtors always get asked, is it a good time to buy or sell right now? And I always tell my clients that there's an opportunity in any market. It's just a matter of knowing the market and knowing what your needs are. So again, with buyers, you're having more inventory, which means more choices and potential negotiating power. We have seen that sellers are offering credits towards closing costs. Sellers are offering other incentives to make their homes a lot more attractive to buyers and to get buyers into the home. We do have strategies here with Surpass Estate Group that have been very successful with selling homes at or above asking. And one of those tactics we have shown every time we've used it that we've actually sold our homes for over asking. So a conversation to be had there, right? Sellers pricing and presentation are very important. So putting the price on the market at the price that will get buyers in is very important. Instead of setting the mark at the top of, setting the price at the top of the market and then having to do price corrections. No one likes to go down in price, obviously, as a seller. However, if we're able to get that price point at an attractive mark that's going to get the buyers in, then we'll get more and more buyers in and potentially create a bidding war. So again, what it does, it creates a win-win because it allows your property to be seen and it allows buyers to actually come in and bid for what they want to put on the home. Right? Nobody wants to, buy a home for more than what it's worth. However, if a buyer is coming in and they really want that home, then they have room to come in and make their offer attractive as possible. Investors, investors, there's still opportunity, and there's always opportunity in any market. There's always a need for someone that may be in a situation that an investor can help them out with. And there's homes off the market that aren't necessarily in situations where they can be sold for top dollar. So again, those are conversations to have. If you have any questions about the market or any questions about what your personal real estate goals are, I'd love to have a conversation with you. Please reach out, give me a call. My contact number is area code 510-689-1138. My email and everything I will leave in the remarks, so that way you can reach out to me again to set up a time and have a conversation. Hope all is well. Have a blessed day, and looking forward to speaking with you.